students started up a petition to update COVID-19 dashboard.
And spring registration will be starting soon. Cooler temperatures here in the Valparaiso area. How long will they last? Find out coming up.
We have that and more on this edition of 15 News at 5 starts right now. Thank you for joining us on 15 News at 5. I'm Heather Bricka.
And I'm Blake Harms.
Students and faculty senates are currently working on a resolution to improve the Valpo COVID-19 dashboard. This was in response to student concerns about how the data was presented on the website. There is an online petition, and the main goals were to, quote, improve the COVID-19 dashboard. The petition has currently have over 500 signatures as of Wednesday afternoon. The dashboard currently lists the total number of active cases on campus. It has been updated recently to include the total cases that the campus has had. However, it was not in response to the petition. Some students are pushing for the number of tests conducted, total number of cases, the positivity rate of those tests, how many students are in quarantine, and the number that are waiting for their test results. The petition has updates recently from the student about his talks to the upper administration about changing the dashboard and the response it is getting from students. Reading about the responses he is getting back from them, it looks like through the addressing students' concerns at the misrepresentation of data on the dashboard, it is not a priority for them. If you would like to learn more about the petition or to sign the petition, go to change.org, improve the COVID-19 dashboard at Valparaiso University.
Well, construction has begun on the entrance to Alumni Hall. What are they doing? Well, students don't quite know. Little communication has been sent to students about the construction, and it's starting to affect students across campus. We reached out to the university to learn more information about the project and its time frame so others could know. However, there has been no response. Reporter Natalie Vernon went to talk with a resident of Lincoln L. Hall to learn how the construction is affecting them.
I mean, it definitely affects my sleep because there's no set time they start, for each morning. Sometimes it's we hear movement at 5:30, 6 a.m. Sometimes it's 10 a.m. It's it varies. It's not one specific time, so it's kind of hard to plan. And then also, when they first started, me and Ashley both had to do Zoom classes, and we couldn't take them in our class or in our room where we would take them, and then everywhere else in the lounge, around Link, there'd be people in it because they also have to avoid the loud sounds. So it's not really, when people are trying to take their classes, especially online classes, it's hard to take them when there's loud construction that's happening and we don't know when it's fully going on. I think a lot of kids are affected. I mean, I've talked to kids in my classes that I know live in Link who've talked about how the same issues when taking classes and also trying to sleep. It's difficult. And I mean, I could only imagine how bad it is for people who live in Alumni where it's right outside their windows, especially if you're on the first floor. It might be, especially if you aren't given information about what's happening. Oh, we got an email about the parking situation, but that's all we got about what was happening at Alumni or when it will stop. I feel I would just say that the school just needs to email us about how long on their side they think they know how long the intended construction is going to be, just so that we can get some knowledge on it, because for all we know it's going to last for the rest of the semester.
Registration for the spring semester is quickly approaching. Beginning on October 23rd, students will be selecting their courses for next semester. A reminder to contact your advisor, which can be found on DataVU, to talk through your plans for the spring and to have your restriction hold lifted before you can register. To figure out when registration opens up for you, log into DataVU and click on Register, Add, Drop, Waitlist.
The food kiosk in Gellerson had its grand opening and naming today. There was a naming contest at the beginning of the semester where students and staff could submit naming suggestions. They received 60 names, and those went through a committee of staff and students to be chosen. The official name, Kelly's Grab and Go. The student who submitted this name won the golden ticket for free coffee from the kiosk for the rest of their college career. They also had free food and beverages, as well as a raffle for everyone that came.
That sounds like fun. I wish I could have had the free coffee for a year. This week's poll is out. Do you prefer to have a chill fall day? So would you rather go outside to jump in the leaves, go to a pumpkin patch or apple orchard, stay inside with a good book and some hot chocolate, or watch movies with family and friends? Head on over to our Twitter page after the broadcast to cast your vote.
Well, I think the person we have doing weather at an apple orchard this past weekend, so I think I know what his answer is. We have 15 Weather's Nick Rakowski in the studio today to tell us about our upcoming weather. So, Nick, how long will these fall temperatures stay around?
Well, I wouldn't say an apple orchard. I just went to the park, you know, took in the scenery. But as you can see, a live look here in Valpo, you can see that fall color outside, and that is due to a cold front that has moved through the area. As you can see here in Valpo, we have dropped 22 degrees within the last 24 hours. And all around it, all the temperatures have dropped due to that cold front that has just moved through. Our current temperatures in the area, as you can see here in Valpo, we're at 53, and everyone's been moderately around the 50 to 55 degree range over the course of this afternoon. That cold front, as you can see, has been moving out to the east as rain has just moved out of Indianapolis and is currently working its way through Ohio.
Do you want me to say it?
And as we look into tonight,
Yeah.
clear skies and a low of 31, so we do see those 30s creeping in. And then tomorrow we will warm up a little bit, back up to partly cloudy skies and a high of 56. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Nick. Firefighters continue to struggle battling wildfires in Colorado.
And the largest movie theater chain has some distressing news.
Well, 2020's active fire season continues. Firefighters are making progress overnight, battling a wildfire south of Colorado Springs. The Wild Horse Fire was reported to be 10% contained as of Monday. Danielle Kruder reports many residents were evacuated just in time.
A hard day for firefighters after a long night. Early this morning, dozens of families were allowed back in their homes after being evacuated.
The police came right away and fished us out.
BG Delgado is back home now, but does not like what she's seeing right across the highway.
The flames were explosive right here, but as soon as they hit pine and new fuel, it just basically explodes into a big flame. And that's when I got scared, when I saw it right close here.
With the fire 10% contained tonight, crews opened up the highway to drivers. Jamie Dodd was driving on 115 yesterday when she saw the first of the flames.
It was getting darker and more pronounced, and as we got closer, we started seeing flames as trees were being lit up.
According to Fort Carson, there has not been any major growth, and fire crews hope to keep it that way.
Those firefighters were just amazing. Just amazing. You can't thank them enough.
So far, the Wild Horse Fire has destroyed just under 600 acres.
Theaters are warning that it could run out of money by the end of this year or early next year if the pandemic trends continue. The world's theater chain says that because of the reduced slate of movies in the fourth quarter and no significant increases in movie attendance, AMC says as of October 9th, it had reopened 494 of its nearly 600 U.S. theaters at a seating capacity between 20 and 40%. Even so, attendance is down 85% compared to last year. The company said it has two ways out of the cash crunch. Either more customers need to buy tickets or it will have to find new ways to borrow money.
A Delaware County man is not only marking a big birthday, he's getting something that he should have gotten decades ago. This is Albert Montella. He turns 100 in November, so employees at Sunrise Senior Living Center in Media not only threw a birthday party, they arranged for Albert to receive his high school diploma. Albert was shipped out to war before he graduated and said that it was his only regret in life, never getting that diploma. Now he has it, and he has some wise words for all of us on living a happy life.
I just say I want to wish everybody the same luck I had living this long and, you know, doing and loving people and being nice to people all the time. And you'll find out life is a lot more easier that way than it is the other way.
Advice we can all live by: love people, treat people nicely. Albert, we wish you a very happy birthday and many more. Congratulations.
The 2-day Amazon Prime Day kicked off Tuesday, and you may notice some changes in the boxes. Amazon is sending boxes with a new, more eco-friendly design that has large white pumpkin shape on the side. The pumpkin is for new augmented reality app. You draw a face on the pumpkin and you scan the nearby QR code with your phone, and the pumpkin drawing comes to life. It's similar to Snapchat AR filters. Amazon says the augmented reality experience is a low-cost way for people to celebrate and a fun way to reuse boxes before recycling them. Also, the boxes are made using less material. It's part of Amazon's campaign called, quote, "Less packaging, more smiles." The pumpkin boxes will be shipped between now and Halloween. Coming up after the break, Nick Rakowski will have your full forecast.
We'll take a look at past week's Crusader and national sports. Stick with us.
As we see another look outside, the sunset is showing off those true fall colors. So our weather headlines: autumn's arrival is finally here, a rainy week ahead, and possibly a snow chance. We'll see that in the 7-day forecast. Current temperatures again here in Valpo around 53. All temperatures around the 50 to 55 degree range. As they take a look at a wider range, as you can see, that cold front is moving out of the region and is moving into the east coast. So the main thing we're worried about is wind speeds. Currently right now, wind speeds are only at 8 miles per hour and are more to the west are higher wind speeds. But as we look at our future wind gusts, overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, wind speeds should die down. But by tomorrow afternoon, wind gusts should be up into the 25 to 30 mile per hour range. Our main concern is for Saturday, as you can see, wind gusts should be upwards near 40 to 50 miles per hour. Our current radar right now, as you can see, up to our north and east, we have lake effect showers currently affecting the Benton Harbor area. Wouldn't be too much of an effect to our area as winds are out of mainly the west. And our main concern for weather right now is to the north. As you can see, lake effect showers are currently affecting all of the northern lower peninsula of Michigan. So our future radar will clear out tonight. Clear skies should last throughout the overnight hours into tomorrow. Still some clear skies, a few clouds possible. Watch out for a stray shower Friday night into Saturday morning. But after that, clouds will roll in Saturday midday along with those breezy conditions. We do have a freeze warning in effect tonight for most of our surrounding area here in Valpo. Mainly concerned about temperatures going around 30 to 31 degrees. Temperatures overnight, as you can see, dropping into the low to mid 30s. Tomorrow, temperatures should move up into the mid 50s once again, dropping back down tomorrow night into the upper 30s, maybe mid 30s. And then Saturday, those temperatures do warm up to the 60s. Our Friday forecast, we do have a chilly start on Friday. Temperatures should warm up by noon. By 4 p.m., temperatures will be by 50 and then cooler once the sun sets. When the sun sets tomorrow night. So tonight, clear skies, low of 31. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, high of 56. And as we take a look at that 7-day forecast, as you can see, a lot of chances of rain. They're not strong chances, but they should affect your weekend and early next week, as temperatures will stay around the mid 50s, but we could see a warm up by end of next week.
Looks like a rainy week, but at least we don't have any snowflakes in that forecast.
Yes, thankfully.
All right, thank you, Nick. After the break, we'll have a recap of this past week's Crusader and national sports.
The NBA concluded their season on Sunday after back-to-back wins by the Miami Heat. The Los Angeles Lakers looked to win the championship on Game 6. The Lakers took control early in the game and did not look back. Led by LeBron James with a 28-point triple-double, the Lakers secured the championship with a final score of 106-93. This is the Lakers' first championship since 2010 and LeBron James' fourth title. The Chicago Bears were up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Thursday night. Nick Foles was still starting in place of Mitch Trubisky after Trubisky was benched 2 weeks ago. The Bucs were up 10-0 after the first quarter. However, the Bears were able to take a 14-13 lead going into the half. The second half saw a stall out of both offenses as neither team were able to score a touchdown in the second half. A back and forth battle of field goals ensued, and late in the fourth was when the Chicago Bears kicker Carlo Santos kicked the game winner with 1 minute and 17 seconds left to win the game. The NFL once again saw postponement of games due to COVID-19. The games were affected between the New England Patriots versus the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills versus the Tennessee Titans. The games between the Broncos and the Patriots were moved later in the season. The game between the Bills and the Titans were moved to Tuesday night as no new positive cases came from the Titans.
And of course, we heard that big news yesterday. Alabama coach Nick Saban testing positive, so that puts the big matchup Alabama-Georgia into question for Saturday.
Right, and that's a big game.
Yeah.
For like Crusader sports though, like basketball team just started up with their practices, so hopefully something good later.
Absolutely. Hopefully we can get through the semester.
Yes, hopefully.
Knock on wood. All right, thank you, Heather. After the break, Nick's got a final check at your forecast.
One final look at the 7-day forecast. As you can see, next week could be a little bit rainy and chilly still, but maybe by the end of next week, we should see those temperatures creep back up into the upper 60s and low 70s possibly.
Yeah, I was going to say, good to know that we're not completely done, hopefully, with the 70-degree days quite yet.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
hopefully.
what are the chances of snow?
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
We'll see. All right, you heard it first. We'll see. Speaking of which, I don't know why I'm about to ask you another question, but I have one for you. This one came in from a viewer. With the cool fall weather, do you prefer to wear a sweater or a jacket?
I have to wear a sweater. I wear sweaters everywhere. Unless it's like super breezy or like rainy, then I'll wear a jacket, but I'll just wear a sweater everywhere. And with shorts, obviously.
Well, yeah.
It's a tough call in the fall because if it's cold in the fall, it usually means it's breezy. So sometimes a jacket keeps you a little warmer, but I think it depends on the situation.
It
Yeah.
definitely does.
I think the line of like having to wear a jacket versus a sweater is about like 30 degrees, and I think the parkas are going to come out pretty soon.
It's coming. It's
Yeah,
coming.
it is.
But again, we'll see on that forecast.
Yeah, we
We'll
will.
have to
You never know.
You never know.
If you have a question for us, send it out our way on Facebook or Twitter, and we just might answer it. You can send screenshots of forums, questions you've been asked, or questions that you have yourself. From all of us at VUTV, thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you next Thursday on 15 News.